All right, I guess that'll work.
Probably be easier if you probably put it in your pocket right here, innit? Or
I gotta buy one of them things with a magnet that holds it on there.
like Mr. Net does. I think that's how his is, ain't it? I don't know how his
Yeah.
is.
Piece of candy?
No, I'm okay. But
All
thank
right.
you.
Okay, thank you.
And these techniques are both good for watering the gardens. Also, individuals that have court order community service requirements would help. And the city first needs to change the zoning regulations on urban farming to allow this to happen. I've included a list of resources through the community where they already have gardens.
Your 2 minutes is up. Could you wrap it up, please?
Okay, and then the last page gives you funding for it. Thank you for your time and consideration. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our second speaker is Chad Muska, and his topic is the skate park.
Hello. Do I begin? My name is Chad Muska. I was born in Lorraine. My dad was born in Lorraine. My mom was born in Lorraine. And I'm a professional skateboarder. I'm a little bit older now, but been a professional skateboarder for many, many years now. I've been a part of this project with this great community of people supporting the idea of a skate park coming here. I think it is very, very important for the youth to have an outlet, a physical outlet, to get them off their phones, to get them interacting with each other, and to provide a safe space for kids and people of all ages, including myself, to ride this wonderful place. Skateboarding has brought me all around the world and back. It has taught me many life lessons that I carry with me daily through my business practices, through my communication with people, to my understanding of life in general. I owe it all to skateboarding. So it's kind of hard to maybe understand that from a non-skateboarder's perspective, but I truly, truly believe that this place will be an amazing place to put Lorraine on the map, to bring people in communities from all of the communities around, because it's a grand design of a skate park, world class. I'm part of the design of it. I have a little bit of knowledge in this field, and you know, so many people have been working on this. Some people are here, some people will speak, some people won't. We've had support from the mayor. I can't thank him and his family enough for coming and to the events and the awarenesses that we've brought up for this. And it would be a part of my life accomplishments to see a skate park be built in the place that I was born, and to hopefully bring out the next professional skateboarders and BMXers and all wheel sports alike, an inclusive place of guys, girls, old, young, rich, poor, it doesn't matter. They all come together for their love of skateboarding. And not only for the people riding it themselves, but for people in the neighborhood to watch and to see. It's a wonderful thing, an amazing thing to watch. It's like martial arts to some extent. And
2 minutes are up. Could you wrap it up?
I guess that's all I have to say. I thank you for your consideration of this idea, this concept that I've already personally raised $20,000 and donated it to the city myself. And there's been other fundraisers for the events, and I just ask you to consider this. Please consider this. It would be a very, very positive thing. I can guarantee it. Thank you very much, all. Enjoy your evening.
Our third speaker is Huck Karinsky, and his topic is the skate park.
Sure.
Hello, my name is Huck Karinsky. I'm 11 years old, and I'm from Bay Village, Ohio. I'm a four-time national championship. I'm a global youth ambassador for Huffy, and that's all because of my local skate park. I'm very excited to see what you guys put together with this. And, yeah. And let's build a skate park.
Our fourth speaker is Aaron Knapp, and his topic is oath.
I officially object to following Huck. Yeah, the quality speak back there. You know what? I support the skate park as well. On a side note, I think what they're doing is great. I would like to thank somebody for hours of pain of my thumbs in that Tony Hawk game. Yeah, he's also a video game superstar if you didn't know that. Mine's real quick tonight. Just want to talk about the oath of office for your clerks of council. In my research, and I could be wrong, but in my research, it seems like you would want to have them sworn in for their own protection so that they're indemnified by the laws of the city. In minimum, at least Brianna Dole being the clerk of council, she certifies all of our laws, she certifies all of our rules of council, and she is an integral part of this whole operation. So the fact that you don't have her sworn in under the Ohio Constitution, I believe it's Article 7, it's kind of shocking to me that you've been ignoring this when it's simply any one of you that's an elected official that's sworn in could go over to her office and swear her in and protect her from lawsuits and things of that nature, why you wouldn't want to. So you can check my story. I did one tonight. I also did a podcast tonight on that issue, and I feel like if you cherish her as much as you all say you do on the regular, you should actually protect her by having her swear in. That's just it.
Our final speaker this evening is Albert Jacobs, and his topic is skate park.
Hello, my name is Albert Jacobs, 1532 Lehigh Avenue. I'm a lifelong resident of Lorain, Ohio. I was never a professional, but BMX has taken me across the world. In fact, I did own a business on Broadway for 4 years for BMX and skateboarding. I've been involved with the group since its founding. This is not the first push I've done for a skate park. 1993, 1999, 2014. They've all raised money. They all just didn't come to fruition. This time, it's in the headlights. We are there. We just need that little extra push to get that park built. And so I just hope you all consider, it's there. It's almost at a lose some of them, use the money or lose it. So please help us use the money. Please help us get the park built in one good swoop and put something amazing in the city that's going to draw people from all over. If you go to other cities that have comparable parks, people travel from all over to come here. And I know that the city looks at tourism and our Great Lake and just having other little amenities that just make the city that much more perfect is something that we should all consider. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 6, committee reports.
There is none.
Item 7, legislation, first reading.
Introduced by Mrs. Sprangowski, a resolution supporting the adoption of the City of Lorain Urban Agriculture Plan entitled Growing Together, its submission to the United States Department of Agriculture as Lorain's official urban agriculture plan.
Ms. Sprangowski.
Yes, I'd like to move this to a committee meeting.
Mr. Demakia.
Support the motion.
Please vote.
Motion carried unanimously.
Any discussion?
No.
You'll do that at the committee meeting.
Correct.
Exactly.
Just checking. Okay. Item B.
Item B is introduced by Mrs. Carter, an ordinance authorizing the mayor and/or director of public safety service of the City of Lorain, the city, to accept the 2026 Northeast Ohio Public Energy Council NOPEC Community Event Sponsorship Program Award.
Ms. Sprangowski.
I will defer to Mrs. Carter. I was going to support her.
Ms. Carter.
You have to move the suspension of the rules.
Ms. Sprangowski.
Support.
Please vote.
The rule is suspended.
Any discussion? discussion? There's no light shining on here, that's why I don't seem to, thank you. Okay. Ms. Carter?
Yes, through the chair and to our safety service director, just for our new council people, if you can kind of give them a synopsis of what this NOPEC money, how we get there. And, I know it's a small portion and, where it comes from.
Mr. Carrier?
All right, thank you. Through the chair to members of council, this NOPEC program, the city is a member of the NOPEC consortium, and the city, and this is tied to energy programs and energy incentives. The city receives annually 2 different funds, or there could be 3, but in this case 2 different awards that NOPEC awards to communities like Lorain. And this first one that we're talking about, it's a smaller amount, it's $2,000, but it's specifically to be used for activities and for promotional events that communities can do. We have discussed this with our public properties department, and I know Linda O'Connor is here, and Lori Garcia and her group. And the city has been doing a very successful foam party the last couple of years that has drawn quite large number of crowd of kids into our parks. And this $2,000 earmark is being proposed for that, to continue that this year and to be able to have another activity that brings kids into the parks, but also connects them to the public body, our law enforcement. We usually have police and fire there with some other activities, so we can get kids introduced to our officers, our safety forces, but to the community in general in a fun way, so they can continue to exercise, be healthy, and have a better understanding of what our parks are about. So that's on the first one for 2000.
Thank you. Ms. Carter?
Okay, with that, I move for passage.
Mr. Durwald? I'll support. Please vote.
The ordinance passed unanimously.
Thank you. Could we please silence our electronic equipment? Thank you. Item C.
Item C is an ordinance introduced by Mrs. Carter, authorizing the mayor of the city of Lorain
Disturbing the
to
meeting.
accept the 2026 Northeast Ohio Public Energy Council, NOPEC, Energized Community Grant.
Ms. Carter?
Move for suspension of the rule.
Ms. Springowski?
Support.
Please vote.
The rule is suspended.
Any discussion? No discussion. Ms. Carter?
I was going to say if there's anything additional that you want to share regarding this to our safety service director. Sorry about
Mr. Carrier?
Yeah, thank you. Through the chair to members of council, I'll be brief. Not on this particular round. We're just going to sit down with our team and just review potential projects that this could be used for.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Carter?
Yep, I move for passage.
Ms. Springowski?
Support.
Please vote.
The ordinance passed unanimously.
Item D.
Item D is introduced by Mr. Demakia, an ordinance authorizing the safety service director to enter into an agreement with Cleveland Communications Incorporated for the use of space on top of the Johnny Wilson Water Tower located at 1217 Plant Street to install a radio antenna and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Demakia?
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for suspension of rules, please.
Ms. Springowski?
Support.
Please vote.
The rule is suspended.
Any discussion? Mr. Dallas?
Yeah, is this project, is it appropriate to have different organizations or vendors apply to put an antenna out? I just wondered how we selected CCI. I just want to know what the process is. Thank you.
Mayor Bradley?
So this is part of the Harris radios that were purchased by our police and fire. And so for those radios to work properly, they need to have an antenna located within the city of Lorain so that they can have proper communications. And We have other antenna on top of that particular water tower, as I was informed this morning at our managers meeting, but this is not at any cost to the city. The only cost that could possibly happen for the city is to make sure that there are lights to illuminate the tower for aircraft, so that the FAA doesn't complain that the antenna extends too high up off the tower. But other than that, it's no cost to the city, and it actually improves the communication for our safety forces.
Just as a follow-up then, is CCI doing this for all communities in Lorraine County? Just sort of a county initiative?
I can't answer that question. I just know that they're doing it for Lorraine, and because we're one of the cities that have Harris radios in Lorraine County. I think there's other law enforcement. I don't know if Chief Failing has any additional comment on that. Am I correct in what I'm saying, Chief?
Yes.
All right, so it would be just to improve communications with Lorraine safety forces.
Thank you, Mayor. No further discussion. Mr. Demakia?
I now move for passage.
Ms. Springowski?
Support.
Please vote.
The ordinance passed unanimously.
Item E.
Item E is introduced by Mr. Thornsberry, an ordinance authorizing the Director of Public Service of the City of Lorraine, Ohio to authorize the purchase of equipment and materials related to the replacement of 2 pumps at the Black River Wastewater Treatment Plant and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Thornsberry?
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for suspension of rules.
Mr. Demakia?
Support.
Please vote.
The rule is suspended.
Any discussion? Comments? There are none. Mr. Thornsberry? Mr. Demakia?
Support motion.
Please vote.
The ordinance passed unanimously.
Item F.
Item F is introduced by Mr. Demakia, an ordinance authorizing the Safety Service Director to enter into an agreement with CapChase Incorporated for the provision of computer software programs and equipment related to cloud storage and cybersecurity, and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes, sir. I move for suspension of rules.
Mr. Fallis?
Support motion.
Please vote.
The rule is suspended.
Any discussion? No discussion. Mr. Demakia?
I now move for passage.
Mr. Fallis?
Support motion.
Please vote.
The ordinance passed unanimously.
Item G.
Item G is introduced by Mr. Thornsberry, an ordinance authorizing the Safety Service Director to accept and enter into an agreement with the Director of the Ohio Department of Transportation, ODOT, and receive funding dollars from the Municipal Bridge Program to the City of Lorraine for the Sherwood Bridge Rehabilitation Project.
Mr. Thornsberry?
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for suspension of the rules.
Ms. Springowski?
Support.
Please vote.
The rule is suspended.
Any discussion? Ms. Carter?
Yes, thank you. Through the chair, Safety Service Director, is this the results of the flood that happened, or the 100-year flood?
Mr. Vandersamen, our chief engineer, will address that.
No, the bridge is beyond its useful life, and it was identified by ODOT as a candidate, and they're going to cover 95% of the reconstruction costs. So, keep in mind, construction isn't going to take place till 2030, but this will authorize the funding.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions for Mr. Vandersamen while he's at the mic? Mr. Fallis?
No questions, but I'm just glad this project is moving forward. Thank you for your work on that. It's a bridge that's been probably needed to be rehabilitated or replaced 10, 15 years ago. So glad to see that the city's taking action on that. Job well done. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Vandersamen. No further questions or discussion. Mr. Thornsberry?
I now move for passage.
Ms. Springowski?
Support.
Please vote.
The ordinance passed unanimously.
Item H.
Item Item H is introduced by Mr. Thornsberry, an ordinance authorizing the Safety Service Director to enter into an agreement for construction administration and inspection services with DLZ Ohio Incorporated for the Lorraine Safe Routes to School 2026 project.
Mr. Thornsberry.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for suspension of the rules.
Ms. Pankowski.
Support.
Please vote.
The rule is suspended.
Any discussion? No discussion. Mr. Thornsberry.
I now move for passage.
Ms. Pankowski.
Support.
Please vote.
The ordinance passed unanimously.
Item I.
Item I is introduced by Mr. Thornsberry, an ordinance levying special assessments for the construction of sidewalks in various locations within the city of Lorraine and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Thornsberry.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for suspension of the rules.
Mr. Fallis.
Support motion.
Please vote.
The rule is suspended.
Any discussion, comments? Mr. Bear.
Thank you. I just wanted to know how these locations are selected.
And through the chair, keep in mind these sidewalks were completed and constructed last year. How they were selected, our sidewalk program is on a complaint basis. So if we receive a phone call, we'll send our inspector out there, verify it's deficient or not, and then we'll give the owner an opportunity to fix it on their own. And after a certain amount of time has passed, we'll pass an ordinance, which by the way is good timing because I'll have one coming next week. And those are people that haven't complied, and then they'll have one last opportunity to do it on their own. If not, they'll hire a contractor to do it, and then it'll go on their property tax. And they can spread that out up to 10 years.
Thank you. Mr. Bear, that satisfy your question?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions for Mr. Vandershamen while he's at the mic? If not, thank you, Mr. Vandershamen. Mr. Thornsberry.
I now move for passage.
Mr. Fallis.
Support motion.
Please vote.
The ordinance passed unanimously.
Item J.
Item J is introduced by Mrs. Carter, an ordinance authorizing the issuance and sale of general obligation bonds in a maximum aggregate principal amount of $600,000 for the purpose of paying the cost of municipal parks and recreation facilities as further described herein, together with any necessary appurtenances thereto, and to pay the cost of issuances of said bonds and declaring an emergency.
Ms. Carter.
I move for suspension of three reading rule.
Mr. Durwal. I'll support. Please vote.
The rule is suspended.
Any discussion? Madam Auditor.
Through the chair to all members of council, this ordinance is the matching funds for the skate park. The bond ordinance that we passed last week for the max amount of $4.2 million for the new money for the street projects, the bids are coming in under, so we are actually not freeing up $700,000 from that tranche of money for the bonds and replacing it with this $400,000. So we're still coming in under the 4.2 million by two or 300,000 right now at total package. It's just we had to do a separate bond ordinance because it's not streets, it's a different kind of asset. That's why we had to do a separate ordinance instead of including it with the original 4.2 million.
Thank you. Ms. Carter.
Yes, thank you. Through the chair. In full support of the project, but I think it's also good that we give some transparency regarding the federal dollars that's being used towards this project and the and what's happening with the home funds. Just so you get a picture of it. This is all good work, all good things, but there's also another side when we use federal programs for other projects for like the parks and things like that. So just so we get transparency, I appreciate it.
members of council, and through the chair. How this relates to the home funds is home funds are a completely separate pot of funds that have to be used for a specific housing activity. So homeowner occupied rehabs is the main project that we've been doing for a number of years now. And we're going to be launching our down payment assistance program as well as housing counseling, as well as an infill housing program, hopefully all this year as well. So these CDBG funds that will go into the skate park project will not take away from any of those other housing activities. But I will turn it over to Hannah to talk about the CDBG budget and the amount of funds that we have going into the project instead of the bond, or in addition to the bond.
Ms. Corrali?
Hi, good evening, council. Let me get myself organized here. Sorry. So approximately $852,000 of CDBG funds will be going towards this project.
Thank you.
I have one more question.
Proceed.
Yes. Are there any general fund dollars being used for this project?
No.
That's good.
Thank you. Ms. Kempton?
So can you explain a little bit about phase 1 and then phase 2?
Yes, through the chair. So phase 1 is the skatable area, I will say. It includes the walk-in path, and then the skatable area, which is a very large portion of the skate park. Phase 2 is a unique bowl to the city of Lorain. So it was customized to the city of Lorain. I believe a member from Lorain, the stakeholder group that's involved in the project, they designed it along with Spawn Ranch, so it's unique to the city of Lorain.
Spawn Ranch. I just have one more question. And how big is this skate park comparatively to other skate parks in the state?
So I will tell you that our park will be 17,000 square feet. Just for example, Cuyahoga County, one of their skate parks in Cleveland is 12,000 square feet. Another one in Dublin is approximately the same square footage. So ours will be one of the largest skate parks in the region.
And if this were to pass tonight, approximately when would we be looking at a groundbreaking?
So we're doing everything that we can with the construction drawings, and if everything goes correctly, we are looking at a ground break this summer.
Thank you.
Ms. Kempton?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Yep.
Ms. Carter, we have others before you. Mr. Fallis.
Comment and question. I really like the skate park. I think it'll be a tremendous asset to not only the city of Lorain, but to North Central Ohio. I'd like to see this moving forward. Can you just give me a big picture of the total cost of the project and the different funding sources? So we got a bond, we got $852,000 or something in CDBG money, we got some donations from the public. Can you just give us a big overview of where all the major sources of funding? Thank you.
Yes, through the chair. So we have $20,000 that was a generous donation from Chad Muska. There's also community fundraising efforts going on, and they're looking to fundraise about, I believe, $50,000. That's not secured yet, but that is notable. The $852,000 in CDBG funding. We have an application out to Land and Water Conservation for $500,000. We will not receive notification from that until roughly like second or third week of March. So we're still waiting to hear back from that. And then the bond, and that would conclude the funding sources.
So as a follow-up, the $500,000, that doesn't come through, then the project's gonna be on hold until we can find that $500,000?
No, currently it's fully funded, if the item tonight were to pass. The 500,000 of land and water funding was to supplement, to move funding away from CDBG funds and supplement 500,000 of land and water.
So if I understand what you're saying to me, you have $852,000 allocated out of CDBG funds.
Yep.
But if we get the land and water 500, then that number drops down to 352, is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
No further questions.
Thank you, Mr. Callis. Mr. Carriott.
Yeah, thank you through the chair, through members of council. Just the project in general, we're looking at about $1.3 million as the total cost. We have, as Hannah has stated, about $900,000 between CDBG, other fundraising dollars that have been brought in. There's also a component of about $50,000 that is tied to the storm water fund, because there is a lot of storm work related on that particular project. So in essence, what we feel that the gap is going to be somewhere around $350,000 to $400,000. Now, in terms of the bond, and the auditor can correct me, is a 20-year term. We're looking at a 20-year payback of those dollars, but we're looking at several options. Options in terms of additional fundraising, dollars that can be pledged from the parks budget annually as we go forward. We also have a couple of other options that we are exploring with some funds that are available in a trust that has been designated, and perhaps the mayor could expand on it if he would like, that could support that for the term. One exciting thing that we have is that right now we did enter into an agreement with a firm to do the marketing and the sponsorship of the Pipe Yard and Campana Park. And so far, that information has come back very favorably for what the city can do and generate out of those amenities that we have in place. Our goal is to do the same with the skate park, but as has been advised to us, the time to do this is after the structure is in place, and that's where you'll get the biggest bang for those type of sponsorships. But regardless, there are several streams of funding that we look to pledge over the long haul to assure that this bond is paid back in its entirety.
Thank you, Mr. Carriott. Ms. Fragowski?
Yeah, I'm looking in the audience right now and I see a lot of young faces that we normally would never see, and just different faces that show that there is tremendous community support for this. The fact that, from 93 to 99 to 2014 to now, that people have stuck with this and that they've been getting the outside funding for this. When we see an 11-year-old kid that has gotten sponsorships for his sport and he's here tonight, we see what the go-kart track has done with putting Lorraine on international recognition, and that this can only be a benefit to the city in terms of economic development and moving forward. You've got BMX, you've got, and Huck is sponsored by Huffy. This is just such a niche thing and it's so unique, and it'll be here in Lorain, Ohio. And I think it's really something tremendous that we're moving forward on this finally. This is one can that isn't going to get kicked down the road any further. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Fragowski, for your comments. Mr. Damachia.
Yes, through the chair to the administration, and again to echo some of my colleagues' comments. First, I want to thank Mr. Muska for your commitment to this project in the city of Lorain, and also for your generous donation. For an individual to make a donation like that amount is significant, so we do appreciate that. I don't see a negative in this park, and just like I think Mr. Huck, is that his name, the young man who's very impressive. Listen, let's just build a skate park. I know we've been working on this for quite some time. I know former Councilwoman Beth Henley was very passionate about this project as well. I'm just glad we're finally to a point where we're actually talking about building it. But the question I do have to the administration, because this has taken so long, at least it feels like it's been forever, what is the timeline for it to be finished, phase 1? Do we have a tentative date? I know we talked about the ground breaking, but...
Mr. Damachia, please address it over here.
I'm addressing the administration.
I understand, but they're not at the mic. They have to come to the mic to get it recorded.
Mr. Kuznar.
If somebody would like
can
to
you
answer
my
that,
question?
Mr. Kuznar possibly, thank you.
That's who I was
Okay,
talking to.
thank you.
Sure. Through the chair, if everything goes well, we'll break ground this summer. And we do have
Did you say
expenditure deadlines that
something?
We do need to meet with HUD, and we have to draw down those funds by November 2nd. So that is our drop dead date.
Perfect. Thank you so very much. And I can't wait to get this thing done. So thank you all for being a part of it.
Thank you, Mr. Mafia.
Carrion.
Mr. Carrion again.
Yeah, thank you again. Just want to make sure that we're clear. This project is going to be built this year and it's going to be finished this year. Okay, that is the charge. It's the charge. We did ask the designer to make sure that those plans were submitted to the city by the 18th, Wednesday. We did receive them this morning. I do have the full set upstairs, and I will say, and a credit to Mr. Muska and everyone else, the rendering that we have all seen does not do that park any justice. You look at those the full prints and the details, it's spectacular. There's a lot of detail that you cannot see, and it's going to be a state-of-the-art park. You know, we were waiting for the 18th to receive the drawings. We have them now. We're going to meet with BHP, get the advertising in the works, get moving. But our goal is to get this thing done and up and ready and finished this year.
Thank you. Mayor Bradley.
Yeah, right. I think this concept started in 2021. And we had a young student from St. Anthony's Elementary School who said, why doesn't the city have a first-rate skate park? And so we started to talk to our Building, Housing, and Planning Department and said, you know, we're always getting complaints. We have nothing for the youth in the city of Lorraine. Why don't we do something like this? So we had a few events at the Palace Theater, and we had hundreds of people show up in support of this skate park project. We've actually had community partners that have already indicated, like for concrete, for every maybe 7 yards of concrete, they'll donate 1 yard. So we don't know what the potential is for community partners to donate to this project, but we think this is going to be something just as spectacular as the go-kart track. And it's going to be something where people, I was talking to Tiffany from the Port Authority, and I said, you know, people are going to be able to come into the city of Lorraine and spend a weekend. They're going to be able to come to Rocket on the River, see a concert over there, bring their children to go to the go-kart track, bring their children to go with their BMX bikes and their skateboard. And you know, Olympic champions start at these types of places. When I'm watching the Winter Olympics and I'm seeing some of these skiers, these were not even competitions 20 years ago. And now they're doing the things that they learned at skate parks and the skills that they've developed to become world champions and represent the United States. So we don't know where our next world champion is, but we're going to give our young people an opportunity to prove themselves.
Thank you, Mayor Bradley. Mr. Durwal?
Yes, thank you. To start, I think this is just long overdue. This is going to be a big thing for Lorraine. It's in my ward, and I know Beth Henley, the previous first ward councilwoman, supported it strongly. I'm looking forward to do anything that we can do to help bring this to fruition. I do have one question though for Hannah. I think there was a phase 3 also, right?
Yes, so phase 3 will be lumped in with phase 1. They split it up like that because of the plan and how they drew it. So to give clarity to everyone in the room, the construction documents that were provided identify the walk-in path as phase 3. So that will be added to phase 1.
Thank you. And that's all I have. I'm just glad to see this come to fruition and wish everybody luck.
Thank you, Mr. Durwal. Ms. Carter, back to you. You had some comments?
Well, I do, but it looks like Councilwoman Victoria has one more statement to make.
I'm sorry?
Victoria Kimpton has one more statement to make. She has her light on.
Ms. Kempton?
Yeah, I just wanted to a little bit piggyback off of what the mayor said. Skateboarding is a sport. It is recognized by the International Olympic Committee. So it is a sport. One of the things that we talk about here in Lorraine all the time is kids involved in trouble. Children involved in sports are less likely to be involved with the police or authority. 40% less screen time for kids involved in sports. Skateboarding is a low barrier sport, about $100 to get a skateboard and a helmet. Please get a helmet. And neurodivergent children thrive in this sport. So I can't wait to see it come to fruition. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kempton. Everybody has their lights off. Everybody had their comments. I'm going to have the last word. I've been in the seat here for 20 years. This is my 10th term. And this is, I would put down as number 3 on my list of the things that people said couldn't happen in Lorraine. The first one goes back to the pipe yard, which Mr. Carrion at that time was city planner, and he brought to council, just like Mr. Muska and his group here tonight, a proposal for the Campana Park, the pipe yard. And I don't think anybody was here on council at that time. That was about 2:10. Mr. Fallis, were you here? Yes, okay. So I have one witness. But the fact of the matter is that this can't happen, Lorraine. How much money are you going to make on this deal? These were kind of questions that were coming from council. And I really felt embarrassed. I chaired the meeting. Mr. Carrion was there trying to put out the fires. You know, these two individuals, Mr. Romberg, an investor, like, we're coming here to invest in Lorraine. Is this the way you treat people? But it was very embarrassing, but we got it worked out. The second one was a couple of years ago that the mayor and others have talked about the Cartplex. East Side. This ain't never going to happen, Lorraine. Come on. What's council wasting your time on there? How much money we spending? What are we giving them? I think we sold the property, what, $1 an acre? It was very minimal. And no, it's never going to happen. Here once again, what's going on? And now today, like I said, on my watch, I'm listing this down as number 3, the things that people said could not happen. I know you can include Rockin' on the River, but that started a while ago, and this is just the second renovation they're doing. They were here already, but I got to commend council, the administration. You talk about perseverance, persistence, doing the things that people tell you can't do. In my life, every time somebody told me I couldn't do it, that gave me more impetus to say, you know what, I can do it. There's always the naysayers, even your own family. Think about it. Your parents, if they, as a kid growing up, that, what do you think? Who do you think you are? You think you're going to do this? There was a lot of encouragement also, but there was a lot of negativity. So once again, I'm very honored and pleased to be able to be a part of this. I won't be voting on it because I don't think there's going to be a tie. But once again, I'd like to give a big congratulations to everybody who's been a part of this effort. And with that, Ms. Carter.
Let's move for passage and let's do the skate park.
Mr. Durwal.
Support.
Please vote.
The ordinance passed unanimously.
Congratulations. Welcome to Lorraine. Legislation, second reading.
Introduced by Mr. Baer, a resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director of the City of Lorraine, Ohio to waive the requirement for the installation of city sidewalk at 4725 Meister Road in the City of Lorraine, Ohio.
Mr. Baer.
Yes, thank you. I'd like to move for suspension of the rules.
Mr. Thornsberry.
Support.
Please vote.